All right, coming up, two Hollywood stars have teamed up for a new film. Tony Denison and Grosso are here to talk about the film they're calling a labor of love. Live conversation with them just minutes away. All right, back to you guys.
Our next guest almost just took a face plant under the stage. Our next guests have teamed up for an indie film that is a labor of love. Here to tell us all about the new film, Don't Say It. Say hello to Tony Denison and Grosso. Hi.
Hello, hi.
Good morning.
I am so excited to be here.
Thank you for coming in.
This is the first time I've ever been on the news where like the cops weren't looking for me. It's awesome. This is great.
So Tony, this is
Tony.
Rich. This is a labor of love for you.
Oh, man.
You wrote this, you produced it. Talk to me about why Don't Say It was so important to you.
Well, you would think it was because I was trying to write this vehicle for myself, which is a small part of it.
Okay.
The reality is, if you take half of the Gen Xers and all of the baby boomers, that represents 30% of the U.S. population, and I don't know about you, but they're really not making films for us anymore. Not that films that are terrible in Hollywood, there's great films, but there was a void for me of a certain type of film.
He doesn't get out that much.
There was a certain void for a type of film, and I thought, well, hey, if I missed this kind of film, then maybe there's other people out there that would miss this type of film.
Okay, why don't you guys tell me, I like the name, Don't Say It, but what is Don't Say It? Why Don't Say It?
Don't Say It is, somebody tells you something and asks you something, and you just don't answer that question. Like, please, don't say it.
Yeah.
So throughout the movie, there's a couple of opportunities where people just don't say it.
It's a variation on forget about it.
It's a variation on forget about it.
Okay, so Tony, what drew you to the film?
Well, the $1 million paycheck.
Okay.
Begging and pleading, basically.
I've known Richie a long time, and he sent me the project, and he said, would you be interested in doing this? And, I was going to say yes anyway, because I like to help people out. You know, if I can, whatever celebrity I have can help somebody in a movie, I'm down with that. But it was a good script, and I said, this seems like a lot of fun. I said, yeah, I'll do it. I regretted it later.
I won't leave him alone. I'm dragging him out at 8 in the morning.
I'm sorry. I know you guys go through this probably a lot, but I'm a little emotional because the last time I was here for 14 years in a row, Sam had me come on the show. Yeah. And I really missed that guy. Yeah. He was a really cool dude. Really cool dude. Anyway,
thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah.
I know that we have a movie clip here, and I think I was told that you guys kind of want to introduce the clip. Can you talk to me about this clip that we're about to see? Well, what it's about?
Well, I just wanted to give just a little backstory. Tony plays my therapist, and if you don't know about my generation of Italian American,
actors don't know anything about that.
but my generation of Italian American, you pretty much have to hit your knees to want to turn to therapy.
Okay.
And I probably would have never, had I not met this therapist who was a street guy, but pedigree, became a great therapist. So we're in this thing. I'm estranged from my daughter. I would love to change that. And that's just Tony and I are talking.
Yeah, and my therapy philosophy is you get further with a kind word and a gun than you do with just a kind word. But it's
which is him in real life and not necessarily
of course, right.
The character that
the fact
we wrote
that I come from Harlem and both my mom and dad were born in Sicily has nothing to. I plead the fifth.
All right, let's take a look at you guys in action. Here's Don't Say It.
It's not my daughter. It's probably some robocall or something.
Well, robocalls aren't meant to be silent. That's the whole point of a robocall. They call you so that they can talk to you.
All right, fine, but when will she forgive me? Like, when can I get off the freaking cross already?
Maybe you have to get down off the cross first. Sometimes we just have to do the work and stay out of the results. But have you tried to contact Dina?
A couple of times, but no answer.
Rich, obviously this is so personal to you. You spent so much of your time and money and effort on this. How excited are you for people to see it? And is that a vulnerable place to be in?
It's scary.
Because you even looked at when we were playing the clip, you were even kind of looking at us to gauge our reactions.
Well, that's kind of what you do, I think, as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
After a while, you don't watch the film anymore. You watch people watch the film.
Right.
And I should say also, I was one of the 3 writers on it, and it is my story, or a variation of my life. But it didn't direct itself. We had Stephen Ward directed this film.
Good director.
Great director. and our co-star, my co-star, the leading lady, is Victoria Kelleher, which is just absolutely amazing. The one thing that I was really blessed with, and the single most compliment we got on this, is the solid cast,
Yeah.
the supporting players, and not the Victoria's
Right.
supporting. She's equal, but
And also, too,
just amazing.
She's wonderful. I mean,
Riveting.
I didn't know her. She was wonderful. And the DP, Ricardo Gale, who I'd worked with before a couple of times, and I've known him for a long time as well. So he also said, "Oh, I'm on board this." I said, "Okay, let's
Yeah,
do it."
I've known Tony and Ricardo for like 30 years, so it was a lot of begging and pleading. Like I woke up every morning of my life for 30 years and say, "How can I work with Ricardo and Tony?"
Yeah.
They didn't do that with me. but I did that
Okay,
with
I'm going
them.
to tell people how they can watch it, and you make sure that this is right. So you can head to don'tsayitmovie.com for more information about Don't Say It and how to watch it, right? Is that right?
Yes, we are opening at the Studio City International Film Festival this Saturday, the 31st, at the Laemmle, and then the following Friday we're at the Landmark in Pasadena for an entire week, 3 shows a day, and then we're on the East Coast in September at the Philadelphia First Glance Film Festival on September 28th.
How long is this segment?
That's it. But everything I just said is on that website,
Excellent,
and where they
guys.
can get tickets as well.
Amazing.
All
Thank
there.
you, thank you. Good luck.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys. Great to see you this morning.